Dear friends, good morning on the 1st of April. Yesterday I spoke about how Paul expected God to be at work, not in spite of, but because of his time of social isolation as a prisoner in Rome. He saw his imprisonment as a time of great opportunity to continue sharing the gospel with people he was separated from. And I compared his experience to that of Dietrich Bonhoeffer, the German pastor who was imprisoned in 1943 for his opposition to the Nazi regime. But as well as reaching out to others, both Paul and Bonhoeffer were not afraid to ask for help when they needed it. Here is Paul writing to Timothy, the pastor of the church in Ephesus, from whom he's expecting a visit. He writes in 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 13, "When you come, bring the cloak that I left with Carpus at Troas, and my scrolls, especially the parchments." Paul was clearly cold, and he needed his cloak to keep warm, and he was bored, so he wanted his scrolls to have something to write on to occupy himself and to communicate with the outside world. There was no social media, email or Zoom to relieve social isolation in those days. But I was struck how similar Dietrich Bonhoeffer's needs were in April 1943 in a letter to his parents. He writes, "When you have the chance, could you leave here for me slippers, bootlaces, black, long, shoe polish, writing paper, and envelopes, ink, shaving cream, sewing things, and a suit I can change into. Many thanks for everything." As well as looking to meet people's spiritual needs, this is also a great time to make sure that physical and social needs are being met as well. Neither Paul nor Bonhoeffer were afraid to ask for things when they needed it, so I do hope that you will ask if you need anything during your imprisonment. You could also help to meet people's needs right now by supporting a great local Christian charity called #FeedCheltenham. It's been started by some local churches, and it's aiming to raise money to provide food vouchers for anyone who's struggling to feed themselves or their families. Churches, charities and schools will be able to recommend people to receive food vouchers. And we're in the process of applying to be one of those churches. If you'd like to donate to the charity, you can do so at www.crowdfunder/feedcheltenham. There are also endless social needs that could be met right now, simply by a phone call, an email, or a video meeting. Who is God calling you to reach out to? Finally, if you are running short of funds to feed yourself or your family, or if you know of anybody else who might be in need of a voucher, please let us know. Please don't suffer in silence. There is lots of help available right now. God bless you.